Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Avernum 6, where we resume our exploration right where we left off last time, exactly where we left off, which is in the middle of nowhere, just randomly on the bottom edge of this nameless map here. And I just noticed a thing as I loaded into the game that I completely missed last time. Spiritual herbs buried there, I suppose. Or, I mean, probably not so much buried as in just growing there. So, you know. Looks like a digging spot, but I guess it can mean a number of different things. So, oh, Fisher Post. Ah, there we go. Just noticed the name of the map. So this is indeed on the way south to Patrick's Tower. How convenient. You are near a huge caldera, one of the most interesting natural features of the Great Cave. A natural vent spits out a constant torrent of steaming, mineral-rich water, which flows away to the south. The steam is quite thick, and this area is considerably warmer than the rest of the Great Cave. The view is spectacular. And for that reason, an inn has been built to the northwest of the caldera. It is the Fisher Post, Avernum's most luxurious inn. Oh, okay. I mean, I know that the name seemed familiar, or was familiar from previous games. I just didn't know exactly. Well, obviously I didn't even know where it was, let alone what it was. I was thinking of more like a military post, but apparently not so much. It's a famous place patronized by successful merchants and wealthy tourists from the surface. Well, used to be anyway. The inn has a commanding view of the volcanic action below. You do wonder how recent events have affected the upper-class patrons within. I mean, presumably most of the upper-class patrons are long gone. If, you know... I don't know. If they're not stupid. Fisher Post delivery entrance. Ah, okay. What was I just beginning to think about? Oh no. Ah, no, we don't get the description again. And now while I was reading that, something occurred to me, some kind of thought that I wanted to maybe explore a little bit more, but nope, it's gone. It's fine. It's gonna be back eventually. So yeah, I could check out that place right now. Scenic walk. For your own safety, no swimming. Oh yeah. Okay, we literally just got a patch of lava in the middle of the water. Okay, I mean, I guess it wouldn't really look that way in real life, but, you know, I think I understand what they're going for. Castle East, Fisher Post West, Darmon West, Patrick's Tower South. Right. Now. Okay, this is directly west of the Memorial Grounds. Oh, and indeed... it's not the map. Okay, so we're still on this side of this water here, according to this extremely inaccurate map. So yeah, okay, this is just the northern tip of that body of water that is being shown on the map. So I actually, before heading into the post itself, I will just fill in whatever little bit of land there is on this eastern shore. Oh, except there is also a bridge crossing it. That's neat. You're at the border of a sparse forest, one of the few relatively verdant areas in the Great Cave. The fumarole in the north warms the area, and there is a light mineral mist in the air. It is almost pleasant, almost, but it's still unpleasant, but by Avernum standards, it's almost pleasant. And yet, you can see bits of carapace in the mushrooms. I literally saw that and was heading towards it. But yes, in the mushrooms, and hear a telltale clicking coming from the woods. Something is infesting this area, possibly scuttlers. You've heard rumors that this once northern menace has been expanding its range. Normally, the soldiers of Avernum would descend upon and purge any such infestation. In these times of war and hunger, however, the army can rarely properly react. Yes. Well, I mean, that's why we are here. Broken bit of husk. So not a... no, we're not looking for husks anyway, but for egg sacs, was it? Yes. Alright. Oh, lots of digging to do here. Healing herbs, spiritual herbs. Ah, and there are the scuttlers, indeed. Let's just wait here for them, assuming they'll come. Well, they will now. Nice. Oh, it ran here and then decided to panic. Wait, what the heck am I doing? Let's get out of here. They're gonna kill me. Well, too late for you, buddy. Try a well-aimed blow here. Nice. Ah, yes, okay. Oh, is there something hiding in here, perhaps? Doesn't seem like it. Ooh, what are you? Scuttler Packmaster. Still only 40 health, though. Huh. Not a proper boss by any means. Can we shoot through these kind of structures? I kind of doubt it. Oh, we totally can. Never mind. In that case, we'll absolutely do one of those. Almost killing most of them. I'm gonna save my spears. My javelins. Can you hit that guy? Yes. And stabby. And that's that. That was nice and easy. Okay, that looks like one of those bushes that I think in the past you've been able to interact with to harvest something. But this one seems unreachable, unless there is a boat available. I guess it's possible that we might be able to explore bodies of water. Although I suppose I would, if it works anything like in the past games, that would require there to be a boat dock somewhere along this water. I don't know. It doesn't strike me as maybe large enough. Also, it's supposed to be very hot and, you know, bubbly and just not something that you normally want to navigate. Okay, leather greaves. Wait, I thought... Oh, I was totally looking at the wrong person. Never mind. So we do have leather greaves already, and these are the same, yeah, for armor. Not actually amazing. Some stun resist, though, which is certainly nice. And somewhat bulky, but yeah, I mean, obviously we'll want to upgrade you to that eventually. Swamp pants, normal pants. Hey, there you go. We'll leave those here as usual. That's just a normal wooden shield. You both have one of those. Alright. And we got more husks. I know, this creature, this Packmaster, didn't seem strong enough to be the target of quest, but who knows? Maybe there's a whatchamacallit, quest board. That's not what it's called. Somewhere near the post here. A job board. That's what it is. And okay. Calm all the lizards. That's fine. Okay, before we head even further south, I suppose. Oh, I saw something... Ah, yes. Got more of these things, actually. And we got a very similar situation again. Where, indeed, we are just going to... do the same thing. What is happening? Oh, you're the wrong person. You're not the mage at all. This time I'm going to start with this one just so they... Oh, nice one. We actually killed two of them? Neat. Yeah, just to prevent them from perhaps... You know, starting to separate before we get a chance to kill them properly. I think you can actually reach this one. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so maybe if there are multiple of these packs led by a packmaster each, then maybe there is a quest to hunt them down. Iron short sword, boots, not worth anything. Limb though. Thank you. And more bronze bracers? Yes, actually, those are the same that we recently found. Okay. I mean, I could probably put on some a little bit of bonky gear and still be able to use magic just fine, but And the thing is, it does reduce hit chance, right? And I don't really want to do that for her, I suppose. No. But for him, if I can give him some extra armor and still have him able to cast spells, which, well, it looks like, I don't know if I would get some sort of error message for, you know, I mean, I'm assuming I would be getting some sort of error message if I'm, you know, wearing too bulky armor too bulky to allow spellcasting. So I'm assuming that we're good in that regard. And yeah, sure, why not? That's twice the armor of his previous hand armor. Okay, yeah, and she's actually a little bit behind now, but not gonna bother switching around equipment and, you know, distributing everything perfectly at all times. I'll just try to remember to give her the next upgrade and so on and so forth. Do I take out these lizards? I mean, yeah, I think so. I don't know that they're worth a ton of experience, but they're gonna be worth something. Yes. Okay, they are hostile now. And fire's not going to do much against them. I mean, that was almost enough. Ooh, thanks for missing. Nice. Point blank shot, I like it. Okay. What? Please? Okay, bats are pretty fast, getting the turn right after Xaz. Now with slopes, it's always tricky to gauge exactly where you are, how far you are away from enemies. I'll wait for them to come here. Yeah. Oh, okay. There's more of them. And they do have quite a few hit points. Oh, that's unfortunate. 70 and 85% hit chance. Alright. Can you check out this one? Yes. Good. Ooh, nice one. That's pretty good, yeah. And they poison, actually. That's not good. We will deal with that right away. Come on. Ah, so close. Yeah, I have to finish it. Get poisoned again, of course we do. Deal with it again, and hopefully... No, yeah, actually we'll... Unless he misses. Of course he doesn't, he never does. He wouldn't. Yeah, we take out that thing. Get exit combat. That's not the correct spell. We'll just top you off here. Okay, 7 points. Which probably means that I was planning to level something up specifically. Okay, you're both level 7. But she has more health now. She has 6 endurance. He has 4. Yeah, okay, I was definitely going to increase that by 1. There we go. Yeah. To get them to the same level of health. Well, actually they're not exactly at the same level anymore. Interesting. So the amount of extra health he gets for being a sleuth, I suppose, is not exactly equivalent to 1 point of endurance. Looks like. Or it's... I don't know. Maybe it's because it scales somewhat. Like something between some sort of correlation between the number of, you know, the level of endurance and the character level. And he is still technically one level lower. Okay, it doesn't matter, obviously. Not that much. 5 points. More bows. And I could give you 1 level of strength next level up. Yeah, why not? I mean, this does increase chance to hit and damage, yes. And obviously we want as much damage as we can possibly do with our flimsy little bow. Alright. Oop, did not mean to head there. I don't know why. I wanted to head over here. I'm not entirely sure why I clicked over that way instead. The region... Oh, maybe... I think maybe because the camera jumped and... I don't know. The region east of the city of Darman is a rocky, barren field, dotted with many pits and tunnels. Even after many years of settlement, lucky prospectors occasionally dig their way down to a new deposit of valuable crystals. There's practically nothing growing out here. Large areas of the Great Cave are unable to support anything but the smallest lichens or mold. Okay, thanks. Good to know. Of course, we're not actually planning to head there yet. More herbs. Right, one thing, I don't know if that's the thing that I meant to mention earlier, but one thing that did cross my mind was that we did not actually find that blighted mushroom sample, despite exploring what's supposedly, well, and yeah, what is or used to be farmland. You'd think that I mean, probably how it's going to work is not that we just walk up to some random patch of mushrooms on the ground, but that we interact with, you know, some sort of object, like a chest or something, and it's, you know, some sort of text is going to pop up and tell us that we find a blighted sample and decide to take it. That's usually how those kinds of things work. So, yeah, I think I'll just keep looking around, and there probably are more farms. Maybe it's somewhere near Almaria. That could be, because... Or maybe on the other side of Darman there is more farmland. And there might be, actually. Or south of it. It's just this part here in particular is supposed to be very barren, right? Anyway, Fisher Post, finally. I suppose we'll head in through the main entrance first. Hello, mercenaries. A pair of mercenaries are guarding the entrance to the inn. You speak with them briefly. You receive a warning not to cause trouble. Okay. They also ask you if you know anything new about the Great Portal. These warriors are clearly eager to get away from the Fisher Post and back up to the surface as soon as possible. Back up, huh? So they are from the surface. All eyes turn on you as you enter the common room of the Fisher Post. The inn is mostly empty, but some patrons still remain, clearly from the surface by the look of them. They are terrified at first, afraid that brigands have come for them at last. They relax visibly when they realize that you are an Evernight soldier. Most of them return to their drinks, served by the lone proprietor of the inn. However, one or two of them watch you carefully, perhaps wondering if your services are for hire. Indeed they are. Well, depends, I suppose. Empire tourists. Well, there is one person with a name. Presumably these unnamed tourists don't have anything for me. Most of the people of this inn are wealthy tourists from the surface, hoping to keep a low profile, and keep Avernum... Escape Avernum. As soon as possible. They don't want to talk to you. Well, in that case, I don't want to talk to them either. Hello, Adelard. This man is clearly from the surface. Also, I've definitely seen that portrait somewhere before. Balding, portly, and wearing the most stylish of clothes. He's a caricature of the successful merchant. He is also close to panic. You doubt he's had a good night of sleep in weeks. He motions for you to join him and pours you a goblet of the best Almarian wine. A soldier of Avernum, at last. It is so hard to meet someone in authority. I apologize. Let me start over. He begins to nervously twist the beautiful rings on his fingers. I am Adelard. I brought my children down here to see the wonders of Avernum, and then the disasters began. And now my daughter is missing. Okay, well, that's certainly reason for concern. I mean, we should absolutely talk about that first, but I'm still going to go through these options in order. It's not usually what the game expects you to do, and you know, you can sometimes miss dialogue branches by trying by going out of order, and you know. So why did you come down to Avernum? My children wanted to see it. Hulda wanted to see the beauty of it. Herwin, he has some odd ideas about adventure and heroism and whatnot, so they talked me into bringing them down. Hedwig, she decided to stay, always wiser than everyone around her, that woman. So I left my business behind and came here. Okay, I decided to stay on the surface. I thought at first that Hedwig is another one of his children who decided to stay down here. But yeah, I guess they probably wouldn't. Do many in the Empire come to visit Avernum? I wouldn't say many, but it is a truly fashionable destination for the more adventurous traveler. Or it was. I suspect those days are gone forever. Who's Hedwig? My wife. Oh, she will be so furious when she learns how badly I butchered everything. I mean, the blight isn't your your fault, at least. But I mean, one does wonder why, especially the wealthy, well-situated travelers from the surface are even still here and not, at the very least, lined up near the portal, where presumably they have better odds than the poorer people to actually get a ticket through. Well, I mean, I suppose he's still here because his daughter is missing, so there's that. What is your business on the surface? I'm a merchant. I own 3 ships that carry goods in and out of the ports of Krisan and Valorim. Maybe you've heard of it? It's close to Upper Avernum and... oh, never mind. Well, I mean, I've heard of it. I've been there in a past life. So how long will you stay here? Well, my money is gone, though our clothes and jewelry remain, and Yardley is being kind enough to let me run tap until I can go. Adelard never cheats his way out of a debt, but even when I have my daughter, I must still get to the portal. And that's the problem. My draws in the lottery to use the Great Portal are poor. I will be here for months still, no matter what. Oh, so that's already decided? That's kind of rough. Well, about your daughter then. I lost her. We were in Formello, far to the northeast, when the Slith Horde first struck. They reached Formello within days. There was a mad, panicked flight. So many people rushing to the Eastern Gallery and through. During that long nightmare run, I lost track of Hulda. I have told every adventurer and warrior who passed through here, I will reward anyone who can give me news of my daughter. He describes her to you. Where exactly did you lose track of her? In the bottleneck, where the road from Formello enters the Eastern Gallery. The soldiers were building a wall to stop the Slith Horde. The gateway was narrow, and she was pulled away from me. There was screaming, a panic. He buries his face in his hands. Herwin and I looked for days, but there was no sign of her, and things got too difficult. I brought Herwin to safety here, before he did anything stupid. Have you had any sign that she might still live? Nothing, not a sign. Every moment I have to fight to keep from howling. But I will be strong. I am a citizen of the Empire. Well, that's commendable and all that, but well, we'll obviously try to. M is not the map key. We'll definitely try to look for her, but yeah. So that's somewhere. She's probably somewhere on the other side of the Horn Gate. Then, I mean, if she had made it through, obviously they would have found her somewhere in the Eastern Gallery. So that's rough, but yeah, might be a little while before we actually get there. But we'll keep that in mind. Or, even better, we'll keep it in our quest journal. Much more reliable. Hello, Yardley. We've heard about you. The proprietor of the Fisher Post is also the only remaining staff. He is an old, pale Avernite, probably a native. His clothes are immaculate, no doubt tailored on the surface. Even now, with everything falling apart, he looks nervous about having soldiers in his fine establishment. He does seem willing to deal with you, as long as you don't get too comfortable. Wow, okay. Welcome, brave defender of Avernum. I'm Yardley, proud owner of the Fisher Post. I assume you're stopping by briefly, yes? Well, please let me get you a drink or a meal before you go on your way. How rude. Jesus. You'd think that in these times he'd be happy about any kind of customer? Or just, you know, be more appreciative of the people actually serving the people of Avernum and all that? I don't know. Well, tell me about your fine establishment. I would be happy to. This is the Fisher Post, the only fine hotel in Avernum. We cater to the prosperous, both in the underworld and the surface, and we will continue to maintain our quality despite our short-handedness. We provide a valuable refuge, as you can see. Right. One that I am defiling by my very presence. I'm so sorry about that. Not. Where are all the other employees? Fled. Some to their home cities, some up the Great Portal. Others, I don't know where. At a time when I hope to retire, it falls to me to operate the Fisher Post alone. And yet, even if it wears me out, I will do so. It is a matter of national pride. National pride? For many in the Empire, I provide their longest-lasting view of Avernum. I feel I have done more than any single individual in the underworld to show the surface world that we are civilized. We are a civilized nation. Okay. I mean, that might be true. You also seem a little bit full of yourself, perhaps. Just saying, I don't know. Maybe that comes naturally with your line of work. Is it possible to get a room? I'm afraid that we are completely full, he lies. Perhaps if you come back tomorrow. Right. Is there anything I can do for you? Not that I feel like I really need to or should, but I currently need maids and waitstaff, but I do not think you would be suitable for the task. However, I believe that some of my customers require assistance with certain inquiries. If you ask around discreetly, you might be able to acquire a patron. Okay, we'll see if there's another person, maybe, who might need something, help with something that we can more immediately deal with. Would like a drink. Utterly ridiculous, huh? Yeah. A meal? Alright. I mean, that might be utterly ridiculous comparatively, but it's still, you know, it's just still affordable if I really desperately needed food, but I don't. Looking for someone named Reginaldo. Oh yeah, of course. Completely forgot about that, actually. Ah, him. One of my longtime tenants. A peculiar fellow who strongly values his privacy. He's upstairs. His room is in the very back. I take no responsibility if your intrusion annoys him. Okay. That's all then, I guess? I think that's all? Yes. Alright. Can we steal anything from you? We could. Sure, why not? And, even more? Okay, so I think what's happening... So we definitely had more hunks of meat at one point. Okay, what I will do is I am going to separate one of them and actually hand that over... Oh, that's not... That doesn't work. You're not allowed to have multiple stacks of the same stackable thing in your inventory. Fair enough. We'll hand that over to you. So presumably, whenever the game automatically uses up some of my food, it will just start going from the first character and the first inventory slot and just take the first thing it finds, which so far has been and will continue being the meat here. Yoink yoink. And that's totally fine, of course, because normally I don't really care about what particular type of food is getting used, so long as I have some. Sure. Guess I'll just keep taking things. You know what? This guy's a jerk. I have absolutely no qualms about stealing from him. Also, hold on a sec. Okay, the mouse just got stuck, or more specifically there was a bit of fluff stuck in it. But we're good now. Hello, Mother Alice. Unlike most of the customers here, this woman is an Avernite and remarkably well dressed and stylish for it. Why, the clothes on her back were the height of fashion 5 or 6 years ago. She nods in greeting. Ah, a soldier. I've been looking to hire one of your kind, but lately even adventurers have been fleeing to the safety of the surface. I am called Mother Alice, a gentle and friendly name, though its owner seems to be neither. Oh, really? Okay, that's not the impression I was getting. I'm from New Harston, the town rebuilt. I suppose, automatically, anyone looking rich is by default a jerk and completely unlikable. Gotcha. I am called Mother Alice. I am from New Harston, the town rebuilt and ruined once again. I have property in this area, and I would pay to see that my claims are maintained. You're from New Harston? Yes. It was an exciting place, the gateway to a new frontier. Remote, but growing quickly. And I had so much there. My fortune lost, like all of Northern Avernum. Northern Avernum is lost? First I hear of that. For now, the blight would have caused those remote lands to empty out as it was, but then the Slith Horde came up from the deep caverns. Anyone who didn't leave quickly was lost. And I was not going to die there. You were wealthy? I was wealthy. I was not foolish enough to tie up all of my wealth in those remote and barbaric lands, but I own much of those tunnels, claims that I hope to reestablish one day. Okay. That sounds like your quest is also not going to be something that I can take care of in the short term. Are you returning to the surface? I mean, she wouldn't be returning if she's from here. Of course not. You think I will just surrender, give up, abandon my fortune? So much of Avernum might have lost its will and shriveled, but not me. You really wouldn't consider going to safety? She sips some tea and frowns. I have not even entered the Great Portal Lottery. This land is where my fortune lies. I will never leave. I mean, I can respect that at least. You think Avernum will rise again? Of course. The Slith Horde will be stopped and dispersed. The wizards will make a new, blight-resistant mushroom. The cities will rise up again. We will continue our expansion. But there will be one difference. Yes? I will still have all the land I bought cheap while people panicked and fled. My power and wealth and influence will be greater than even I once dared to dream. Well, good luck with that. You have claims that need checking, you said. I do. Nothing in this wild land is held without strength, and I, as you can see, am no warrior. In the recent panic, I bought 3 pieces of great cave land with great potential. Oh, I thought she was talking about her lands in the northern caves. Okay. I will pay a bounty if you can visit them and clear away any pests that might have taken up residence there. She marks their locations on your map. Look at the world map. Yes, okay. One is west of Fort Remote. One is east of it. Oh, east of Fort... Wait, west of Fort Remote. So we can't go through there this time around? I think that's not necessarily always been the case, or maybe it has. I don't know. But in those actual wildlands, I see. And one is northeast of the castle. Very nice locale, yes? Okay, so no place that we have been yet. So I just need to go to these claims? Well, and clear them out. Yes, and make sure my markers are still there. And of course, kill any claim jumpers or similar pests. Why are you worrying about land when Avernum is crumbling? Well, I mean, she already explained it, but... Your kind will save Avernum. It always does. And when the good times resume, I will not allow myself to be destitute. Yeah, I mean, fair enough, I suppose. Okay. Right. Oh, we must have been really close to this one. Wait. Wouldn't we have already seen this corner of the map? Maybe not. Okay. Well, I'm definitely double checking, of course. That's... Oh, we can almost pick that. I haven't even considered putting any more points into tool use yet. It's not that expensive, honestly. I mean, I could absolutely increase that next level up. Which is kind of far away. Yeah, he literally just leveled up. And I did use that to increase his endurance. That's right. Yeah, I mean, I will want to bring this up to, I think 12 is what I said. 12 before any item bonuses. So yeah, we'll have to add at least 4 levels to that. I mean, I don't have to, but I want to eventually. Okay, nothing to loot here. I was mostly hoping to find more people that might give me quests, of course. But I suppose I wouldn't really find them in locked rooms. Well, they might lock themselves in. And in that case, probably wouldn't be too happy to see me enter. But anyway, Herwin. There's a young man sitting on the bench, looking out on the great cave with longing. He is from the surface, and his clothes are expensive, as is the beautifully made rapier that hangs, or rapier that hangs at his side. When you get close, he looks up at you. The envy on this rich young man's face is striking. Greetings to you, warrior. I'm Herwin. I hope the day treats you well. Polite enough, at least. He waves out at the beautiful vista visible from the window. Join me for a moment, and share with me the beauty of your land. Are you from the surface? I am. I came with Adelard and Hulda, my father and sister, to visit this famed land and see its sights. We are trapped here, and my sister has become separated from us. It has been very difficult for my father, but I cannot pull myself from this vista. You're trapped? By the blight and by the problems reaching the Great Portal. At least my father feels we are trapped. Me? I spend a lot of time thinking about destiny. He doesn't want to elaborate on that. Your sister is gone? We lost her in the Eastern Gallery while we fled the Slith Horde. We were in Evernite lands when we were separated. My father is terrified, but I am not. Why not? He laughs. My sister is no baffled, innocent little girl. Unlike me, she took the best qualities of our parents. Somehow, I suspect we would be doing the Eastern Gallery a disservice if we took her from them. But father worries, as I suppose fathers do. I mean, she might be competent, but it would be absolutely natural for you to worry about her at least a little bit in a situation like this. Oh well, I guess he's not necessarily what you call normal. You appreciate our land? That's rare enough. Oh, I do. I dreamed of coming here since I was a small child. It's raw and dangerous and lovely. I know it sounds odd to you. I thought I would miss the sun, but I do not. Well, I mean, you're always welcome to stay, I suppose. Okay, I guess the only other thing we can mention is that that's a beautiful rapier. I thank you. I have had many lessons in its use. A hobby to my father, but we will see. Perhaps one day I will know adventure too. You can always head out and try to have some while you're here. Seems to be exactly what you want anyway. So you think you're competent with it? I do. My father, at my insistence, bought me the finest lessons available, from duelists and arena fighters alike. Perhaps one day, in this dangerous place, my knowledge will be tested. You long for adventure? Is that so odd? Avernum is full of people who came to escape the stultifying nature of the surface world, where cruel old Emperor Hawthorne hunted and slaughtered every creature of even the weakest magical nature. Ah, well, I have much to think about. I thank you for the company, but I have decisions to make. Good day. He returns to staring out the window. Huh. Okay, I was kind of expecting more to happen immediately, but I wonder if maybe... if maybe we'll encounter him somewhere else down the road. If something more is actually going to happen with this character. I don't know if that's usually the case, or if that has happened in the past, really. Where, I mean, I suppose NPCs can definitely move between places. That is not unheard of. So we'll see. Okay. More stuff that I could take. Even now, most of the Fisher Post is immaculately clean and well tended. This back corridor, however, has been pointedly neglected. It is strangely quiet back here. Even the constant rumblings of the Fisher outside is muted. Constant rumbling. Your hair starts to stand on end. Odd. Odd indeed. Let's just quickly check this out. Difficulty 10, okay. Not gonna open that anytime soon. Okay. When you get close to the rune etched into the floor, it emits a blinding pulse of light. As you try to regain your vision, the smell of sulfur fills the room. It takes a few seconds to be able to see again. When you look around, you see that something has joined you in the room. It's a very dazed-looking red lizard, but like you, it doesn't take long to regain its bearings. Interesting. Guardian Salamander. Okay. I mean, we're just supposed to deliver something here, right? To Reginaldo, okay. Huh. So someone has tried to get in here. I mean, there are scorch marks on the floor here. So, did they actually make it to the rune? And somehow escape the wrath of the salamander? Because this first trap was put back into place, I suppose. Anyway. We'll hopefully deal with this thing quickly and... Okay. 60 and 70% hit chance there, not amazing. I'm assuming fire is doing absolutely nothing against you. Come on, hit. Okay, that's fine. Okay, just because I think I remember... Oh yeah. So, he was at 6,003 or 6,005, something along those lines. So we got 40-ish experience just for killing this salamander. Alright. I mean, that's probably worth more experience than your average lizard or bat outside, but still. Now I know roughly in what kind of ballpark experience, you know, kill experience is going to be. Okay, are we still in combat? Wait. No, we were not. Why can I not? Oh, because I'm pressing the wrong button. As I so often do. Okay, it's fine. Just confusing myself. Hey, you were kind of difficult to reach. Reginaldo takes the package and opens it. It's full of crystals and small ingots of metal. 2 of them fail to meet his approval. He snorts and hands them to you. Inferior goods, but not valueless. There is your payment. Okay. A focusing crystal and fine steel. Don't mind if I do. Also, hi. There's a dirty, bedraggled a mage in this bedroom carrying out a handful of small, well-contained experiments. He seems to have adapted this hotel room to be his own private little laboratory. Your intrusion worsens his already grim mood. Well, let's just ignore that we just handed a delivery to him and had a somewhat friendly exchange already. I'm Sage Reginaldo, he says, formerly of Quadra, and I pay yardly well for privacy. What do you want? Well, apart from delivering stuff to you, you're welcome, by the way. We're also just naturally curious, I guess. Why are you here? Because I was evacuated from Kotra, and I had to work somewhere, so I came here. I thought that the Fisher Post, considering its reputation, would protect my privacy. I was woefully misinformed. Oh dear, tell me about Kotra. A city in the Eastern Gallery, in the process of being absorbed by the Slith Horde. King Styrus decided that we would all be forced to leave. Most of the residents went, bleating sadly, to some refugee camp or other. I chose my own destination. And now you have a workshop here? Yes. The proprietor is most understanding and oddly trusting, and the presence of a wizard here comforts him, in case there is an attack. Okay. What are you working on? I'm quite confident that it is none of your business. Fair enough. Do you have anything magical for sale? Reginaldo sighs. The Fisher Post suits my needs, but it is expensive. Reginaldo pays his bills. Reginaldo also likes to speak in the third person, but that's fine. I have spent some time scribing scrolls, and I have been known to give lessons. Oh, I can't imagine those are going to be cheap, but still maybe interesting. But you will pay for the knowledge I impart. That is the only reason I would deign to barter with you. Of course. Well, let me just quickly look at your scrolls. Not that I'm planning to buy any of those. So no resurrection. Which is really the only thing that I could see myself perhaps buying. I mean, group heal, while we don't have the corresponding spell, might be worth it, but it is somewhat expensive, and you know. Training, spellcraft, and magical efficiency. There we go. I was thinking that it probably wasn't mage spells, but actual magical skills. Okay. Obviously. Oh, wait. Interesting. That's already too high to train. Not to mention it being absolutely, yeah, exorbitant. That's right. Magical efficiency. So we can get that here. It's interesting that even though we are only at, I don't know, where we are in terms of spellcraft, 3 and 4 respectively, and that's already higher than he can train to, which is, that's odd, isn't it? I mean, I feel like there's a very low chance for any spellcaster character to start out with less than that, unless you know that this guy's here and you somehow want to blow a few thousand gold on those skills rather than spend the skill points. Yeah, I don't know. It's good to know that magical efficiency is trainable here, but that will cost me about, what, 8,000 for 2 levels, if I can get 2 levels per character. Yeah, okay. Well, thanks, I suppose, for offering the option. You don't need this, do you? Apparently not. Okay, that's 4 out of 6 already. I'm actually going to put them here. Almost accidentally used that. Which would have been annoying. I mean, you're a jerk, so I don't really mind robbing you. Especially because you were stupid enough to not mark your stuff as belonging to you. And if you don't put a name tag on it, I assume it's up for grabs. Okay, anyway, that was that, I suppose. I guess I'll take a note about magical efficiency being trainable here, and also a few locks being pickable. Although I guess I have not really been stealing from any of the private rooms, so I don't know. There might be something more interesting in one of them, perhaps. Maybe worth coming back for. But, well, for now, I'm actually going to hit the wrong button because M is not the map key, in case you didn't know. I am going to take a break here. We're going to keep heading south, as we already did to an extent. Yeah, and finish off exploring this map and almost certainly head into Patrick's Tower next time. I'll take that dagger, thank you. Yeah. For the time being, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.